G'day everybody, Jim Downs here for another one of our talks that I really enjoy doing this format. So what I wanted to talk about today very briefly, I've been told to cut my time down by the way too, I spoke too long the last time. So I wanted everyone to be reminded of our 9th of June at Homebush Bay. We've got of course Bryce Courtenay, one of Australia's or the world's greatest authors. I'm a great fan of Bryce, but on the night I've asked him to talk about overcoming obstacles. It's a fabulous discussion that he has. I've seen it before, and some of the older customers may remember when we had our night at the Sydney Convention Centre. Bryce was our keynote speaker that night. Just a fabulous talk on just getting on with life and overcoming objections. And the reason I wanted Bryce to talk on that night was that we're in a fairly turbulent time. I know that because divorces are going up. I'm getting phone calls, so stay married everybody. You know my two things, stay married and stay employed. Well, stay married. If you're having any problems like that, and some of you are, and people are already booked in to come and talk about the financial ramifications of that, and I might be able to get you back on track. So I'm going to be talking as well about the market, past, present and future. I'll also be looking at superannuation. We're having a lot of luck increasing the returns that we're getting, and some strategies we're using there, and of course buying property in our super funds, which has been a fantastic new avenue that we've explored this year. We've had, I think, about 50 people already this year have joined just that way of buying property. It's incredibly effective as we get older from a whole lot of reasons. And I'm also going to be talking about POS checks of people coming in to see us, so I'll get onto that in two seconds. But I just wanted to talk quickly about, before I get onto the market and interest rates, but I am getting a lot of calls tinged with a bit of fear these days. So I just wanted to let you know, because I'm seeing a lot of people, old customers and new customers coming in all the time, and what separates the winners from the people that basically are worried about things is that the winners have a plan, they stick to it, they have a clear goal cut out, and you've all heard me talk about what's your picture on the fridge, and they have a very clear picture of what they want on the fridge, and it's there, so they review it often. They use us. Some of our customers, some are up to their 8th property with us now, many are at their 4th and 5th property. And how they do it is interesting. It's not that difficult, but what you've got to do is you'll use all of the assets that you've got and use us as the advising role that we took on to start with. So it's really up to handling the cash flows. You all know that. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you about, fear, overcoming that. Pop in and see us, it's free. And all things pass. So this present situation that we're currently going in, the Greece situation, the rising interest rates, it's all a passing phase. So we have to really just knuckle down, focus on the positive things that we've got in our lives, and don't worry too much about the other things that are happening. What we do have to do though is keep checking your cash flows, and I just love seeing new customers and the old customers. I love seeing them. I've had two customers in that we've had now for over a decade just this morning, and wonderful discussions with them. Now I'll just move on to interest rates because I'm conscious of the time. Right now, still stay variable. Interest rates, I believe, are going to pause from this point on. In fact, if you tune into these regularly, you'd know that I was basically, I think that the Reserve Bank has overshot the runway here. They shouldn't have given us the last minimum one, possibly two. So they're still talking about rising in the future, and I'd probably lean more on that. Remember I said probably another 2 this year the last time I did one of these blogs, but I'd suggest that they may have stalled now. The affordability on properties is declining dramatically, so the first homers are being priced out of the market again. But what's forcing prices up is still the fundamentals. Builders not building enough for a whole lot of reasons. Interest rates and government red tape is binding them up too long. It's taking too long for them to get to market, so they've basically just given up in Sydney. But because of that, the builders stopping building, less property on the market, more people moving in via immigration and interstate migration, and babies being born and families being created. All those things are forcing the number of people into the market up. So be aware that prices will continue to rise. There's no question in my mind about that. And as rates increase, you'll see over the next year or 2 years even, as rates increase another 0.5 to maybe even 0.7% more than they are now, you'll see rents follow. We have to handle the lag time there, so you'll have 3 to 6 months of increased interest rates before the rents actually catch up. So coming in to see how your cash flows are going is even more important than ever. So basically, if you go back to the last time this happened in 1989 to 1993, where we had rising interest rates then to the same or similar levels to what we've got now, prices did increase, rents went through the roof. So we're just re-entering that phase again. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Stay variable very much. The market will always find its own level. It doesn't matter how much intervention governments give markets, either share markets or property markets, the market will always find its level. So history has shown this to be true. So what I'm telling people now when they come to see me is do the opposite to what the general population is doing. One of the greatest investors on the planet calls it contrarian theory, Warren Buffett, and his old saying, buy when everyone else is selling and sell when everyone else is buying. And interest rates have put fear back into the market. So watch what you're doing, stay involved with us, and come to the June the 9th, and I think you'll really enjoy Bryce Courtney's talk. So I'll talk to you all again very shortly, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks very much.